Hi, this is Michonne with My Angel Baby Project, and today I'm going to show you how to make the pouch. The pouch is meant for miscarried babies that are within the first 3 months of the pregnancy. This part is important to me because that's when I lost my baby, was in the first 3 months. And so I'm going to show you how to make the pouch, and this is probably the easiest thing to make. It's got the piece of satin. These are 5-inch squares, all 3 of them, and these are 2 pieces of flannel. So we're going to take the first piece of flannel, we're going to fold this in half to make it into a triangle, and you can iron this if you want. It might come out better if you do, but these are super easy to make. We're going to line this up at the bottom right here. Take 2 6-inch pieces of ribbon. I actually prefer the 1/4 of an inch and not this 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch is a little bit harder to use, but that's what I have right here in my stash. You're going to pin this on one end. Then we're going to pin the other side. And then in order to keep these out of the way, we're actually going to put these inside the little pouch. I've seen other kinds of pouches out there, but I think I kind of like this one the better. It's really simple. Most of the time you don't know if it's a boy or girl unless you can have it genetically tested. If you do, feel like it was a little girl, at this point you could actually put some lace around here if you want, or lace around the top. You can do that. Make sure that the lace is on the inside. But for just a basic little pouch, this is how we're going to do it. You're going to lay the satin piece on top. We're actually going to pin that in place also. Okay, we're going to place the satin on top with right sides together, so you've got the shiny part right there. Okay, I am keeping this one side open because I am going to leave a little opening right over here to be able to turn it inside out. So I'm going to, might actually just start it over here on this side because it's a little bit more stable. So I'm going to start over here. Probably going to leave about a 2-inch opening. So we're going to back stitch over here. And at this corner, I'm going to do some back stitching at the corner just because I want to make sure that that ribbon is not going to come out. Okay, we're coming to the other corner. We're going to do the same thing at this corner. We're going to back stitch to cover that ribbon. Back stitch. Hopefully I've got the ribbon in a good place. It may have moved. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so when I get about right here, I'm going to back stitch it again. And then come off, and then I'm going to clip my threads. Okay, before I turn this inside out, I'm going to clip these corners so it lays flat. Making sure that you don't clip the threads. So if you do, then you'll end up with the hole in the corner. Okay, now that I've clipped all 4 corners, we're going to go ahead and turn this inside out. And hopefully those ribbons are in a good spot. Okay, once you get this turned inside out, we're going to top stitch around the whole thing. And you've got to make sure that this part is turned in. And I'm actually going to turn it around this other direction and start at one of the corners and top stitch around the whole thing. Once you've top stitched it, this is what it's going to look like. Clip your threads. You're going to flip it over, and so the baby, if you even were lucky enough to find the baby, it can go inside of here, and then, or this can just be representation of the baby that you've lost. I've got lots of those that I've given out to people, that this pouch can just represent the loss of that baby. And then you just tie it in the bow, and then here you go. You've got your pouch.